Hi students, yesterday's lecture we have seen angular displacement, angular velocity and angular acceleration. Now today's topic is UCM and non-UCM, that is uniform circular motion and non-uniform circular motion. Just take a small review of yesterday's topic. See what is theta, angular displacement, which is having formula S upon R. Using theta you have calculated omega, which is theta by t, and using omega you have calculated alpha, which is omega by t. Angular displacement, angular velocity and angular acceleration. Now next topic is UCM and non-UCM. From this topic you will have questions like what do you mean by UCM, what is time period of UCM, derive expression for it, and next is distinguish between UCM and non-UCM. So first see UCM. It means uniform circular motion. The definition of it is nothing but the motion of a particle along the circumference of a circle with constant speed. That is very important, with constant speed. I am saying speed, not velocity, because velocity value will change but its magnitude will remain constant. Now see, for example, again suppose A is the initial position, B is the final position of the particle. At this point A, suppose the velocity of the particle, it will have two velocities. One, particularly at point A, its velocity will be in this direction, which means linear velocity of particle at point A. At point B, it will have its velocity in this direction, which is Vb. And when it goes from A to B, it will have angular velocity omega. And the magnitude of this omega is constant, right? Or the magnitude of this linear velocity is constant. How? Its direction will go on changing. When the particle is at point C, its velocity will be in this direction. When the particle is at point D, its velocity will be in this direction. If it is at point E, its velocity will be in this direction. Means what you can say, the magnitude. Suppose a particle is moving with 20 meter per second. It will move with 20 meter per second throughout the circle, but its direction will go on changing. Hence you say that the particle moving along the circumference with constant speed means UCM. The best example for it is the motion of Earth around the Sun, which is 24 hours fixed. It is not changing. Daily it is 24 hours. So that is the concept of UCM. Similarly, what do you mean by non-UCM? In non-uniform circular motion, this magnitude of velocity varies. Means suppose at point A it is 20 meter per second, at point B it may be 30 meter per second or 10 meter per second, at point C it will be changing. So throughout the circumference of a circle, its velocity goes on changing. Hence it is known as non-uniform circular motion. So the definition of this will be what? Motion of a body along the circumference of a circle with variable angular speed or with variable speed is known as non-uniform circular motion. Now in this, it's very important to understand. Suppose at point A the velocity is Va, at point B the velocity is Vb. The magnitude is same. So what will be acceleration? That omega value or that linear velocity term is same. Omega is constant in UCM. So therefore what will be alpha, which is nothing but d omega by dt. Derivative of a constant term is 0. So alpha value you will get it as 0. There will be no acceleration in uniform circular motion because of change of velocity. Again at this point the acceleration is 0. But in case of non-uniform circular motion, what will happen? At each and every point the value of V is changing. So therefore alpha will not be equal to 0. Right? I will cover that points again, but just see the concept. Again, work done by this tangential force is equal to 0 in UCM. It is not equal to 0 in non-uniform circular motion. You can say the total accelerations on this particular particle A are nothing but, see, first acceleration acting on this particle A is nothing but radial acceleration AR. At this point there is tangential acceleration AT, which is due to its own linear velocity. Now in UCM you will have only radial acceleration. No tangential acceleration because velocity is 0. Velocity is constant. But in non-uniform circular motion, you will have AR and AT both. Right? So this covers UCM, non-UCM. Again, I will tell you in detail. Next topic is nothing but time period of, when I will tell you the distinguish, I will explain it again. Time period of UCM. You have to derive the equation for it. Time period of UCM. What is time period? The total time taken by the particle to complete one circle means time period of UCM. How you will derive it? See, T is nothing but, or simple you can say, velocity is what? S by T. So from this you can calculate T. So T is equal to S by V. S is nothing but distance upon velocity. Or you can say distance covered in one cycle. So what is the distance covered in one cycle? It is nothing but equal to circumference of the circle, which is 2 pi r. So you can say it as 2 pi r upon V is capital T. But V equal to r omega. You know this relation. I can derive this over here. How it is? I'll derive it within 2 minutes. So T is equal to 2 pi r upon r omega. R will get cancelled out. 2 pi upon omega. So therefore time period formula is 2 pi upon omega. Or you can say omega is equal to 2 pi by T. Right? From this you can calculate frequency also. Frequency is the number of revolutions performed in 1 second. So from this n can be written as 1 by T, or you can say omega upon 2 pi is nothing but n, having formula. Or you can say from this omega is equal to 2 pi n. This is also one of the relation. Now how this V is equal to r omega has come? What is linear velocity V? It is given as limit delta t tend to 0, delta s by delta t. This is linear velocity. You have to derive the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. How you will derive? You know V as s by t. Yesterday we have seen it. Or you can write it as ds by dt. Relation between delta s and delta theta, yesterday we have seen. S is equal to r theta. So therefore delta s can be written as r delta theta. Substitute. V is equal to limit delta t tend to 0, r delta theta by delta t. R is constant, take it outside. Limit delta t tend to 0, delta theta by delta t. So therefore V is equal to r omega. Since limit delta t tend to 0, delta theta by delta t is nothing but omega from yesterday's equation. So we have got V equal to r omega. So this is nothing but time period of UCM, which is covered. Now last question from this topic is distinguish between UCM and non-UCM. That we will cover. So see, here we will take UCM, which is uniform circular motion. Here we will take non-UCM, which is non-uniform circular motion. First point, this distinguish between will come for 2 marks. First point is the definition, which is the motion of the particle along the circumference of a circle with constant angular speed is known as UCM. The motion of the particle along the circumference of a circle with variable angular speed is known as non-uniform circular motion. In UCM, alpha is equal to 0. In non-uniform circular motion, alpha is not equal to 0. Work done by tangential force in UCM is 0 because velocity is constant. Work done by tangential force in non-UCM is not equal to 0. And the last point is example, which is for UCM you can say earth moving around the sun, or you can say electrons moving around the nucleus. For non-UCM, the best example is vertical circular motion. This topic we will see at the end of this point, circular motion, vertical circular motion. It means vertical circular motion means at each and every point on the circle the velocity is different, which means vertical circular motion. So this is the best example of non-uniform circular motion. Now let's see some small concepts about non-uniform circular motion and uniform circular motion. For uniform circular motion, see, suppose this is point A, this is point B, O, R bar, right? At this point A, the velocity is VA. At this point B, the velocity is VB. The magnitude of VA and VB is same, but the direction is changing. So very important point in UCM is magnitude remains same, but direction goes on changing. Angular velocity is constant. This is theta. Now the accelerations on this is nothing but, as it is performing a circular motion, radial or centripetal acceleration will be present. So you have ACP. ACP is not equal to 0, which is radial or centripetal acceleration. As velocity magnitude is constant, no tangential acceleration, AT is equal to 0. So at this point, the acceleration acting is 0 because velocity is constant. So for UCM, you can say centripetal or radial acceleration is not equal to 0, but tangential acceleration is 0. So therefore, resultant acceleration is nothing but equal to radial acceleration or centripetal acceleration. Okay, but in case of non-uniform circular motion, as the body is moving with variable velocities, it will have radial acceleration as well as tangential acceleration. So AR is not equal to 0 as well as AT is not equal to 0. So both are not equal to 0 due to varying velocities. Now if you want to calculate the resultant of it, how you will calculate? Suppose this is AR, this is AT, this is resultant capital AR. By triangle law, you can calculate. If you write the vector form, it is A small r, I will indicate over here, small r bar plus AT bar, and the magnitude of it you can write it as AR magnitude square is equal to under root of AR square plus AT square. This is the resultant acceleration in case of non-uniform circular motion. So we have covered the topic UCM and non-UCM in this lecture. In tomorrow's lecture, we will see centripetal and centrifugal forces, definition, derivation, and distinguish between both.